Alright guys, welcome to PlayStation News, Rumours and Leaks. And we've got some massive news that there's going to be a new Sony PlayStation showcase to take place in May. Well, these are the rumours rife all over social media. Several sources are now leading with this rumour that PlayStation will be shaping up to put out a major showcase next month in April. The following article is from Push Square, and they go on to say that Sony likes to put on major state of play live streams and host its PlayStation showcases during the month of May, and it appears the company is gearing up to do so once again in 2024. Giant Bomb's journalist Jeff Grubb reports that he's heard a bunch of times from different sources that Sony is planning an event for May, and it sounds more like another big PlayStation showcase rather than a smaller state of play. Grubb's comments were made when discussing the ESRB age rating given to the Silent Hill 2 remake game, which has now been rated in Korea and also in North America, which suggests the game is 3 to 6 months away from being released. He reckons that this could be part of the show. The remake of Bloober Team is still slated for 2024, and Grubb guesses it will feature in the event. And Grubb goes on to say, "I've heard that there will be a PlayStation showcase of some sort, either a state of play or a showcase next month in May. So it's probably going to be there. I've heard both a showcase and maybe a state of play, but it seems like it might be leaning towards a showcase. It's definitely in that time frame of when they did the showcase last year. And Sony hasn't hosted PlayStation Showcase since 2023, which also fell into the May slot, where Sony received heavy criticism for focusing on its slate of live service titles rather than new single-player games. Fair games Concord and Marathon were revealed during the live stream. Given Sony has now taken somewhat of a step back from its games as a service push, fans will likely hope to see new offline experiences and single-player games like Ghost of Tsushima 2. So if this is true, that Sony PlayStation will be laying on some kind of PlayStation showcase, and it's about time too. With a new temporary CEO at the helm, maybe Sony have decided that, look, our house now is starting to get back in order. Our first-party studios have now regrouped and refocused. We have all of our internal teams now on track with their single-player games. Okay, they might be delayed somewhat, but they are all back on track, focusing on what they should be focusing on without this drive towards live service games. We have an absolute shit ton of games to show, which will be releasing in 2025, 2026 and 2027, and we need to start building up hype for these games because our gamers, our fans, don't even know what we're making. Nothing's been talked about. It's just rumours. So maybe the thinking there is we've got all these games, all these first party studios and second party and third party partners working on games for us. Lots of different rumours over the last few years of different types of games coming out, but Sony hasn't actually officially confirmed everything. And maybe that's because their focus was on live service. So as I say, new CEO in charge, house back in order. We've got lots of games coming out over the next 2 to 3 years. We also have the PS5 Pro, which is probably the worst kept secret in the gaming industry. So let's start building up hype for that too, which hopefully will be coming out late autumn, early winter 2024. And with all the rumours of PlayStation Studio partnerships and games being remade and remastered, we could get an absolute phenomenal showcase. I mean, let's be honest, we really need a showcase to knock it out the park. What do you want to see at a Sony PlayStation showcase in May? For me, I think Sony needs to bring their A game. This cannot be a small state of play demonstration of partners, indie games, right? It's got to be AAA first party studio showcasing their stuff. So I don't care what order they show the following in, but I think this is what needs to be present at the showcase as a minimum. I think they need to show Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater gameplay at the demo. I know it's a third party, but it's a big game. So I think that needs to be present. A Bloodborne 2 gameplay demo. We know it's being made. We know they've got work being done on the game. So if they haven't got a gameplay demo, then just confirm that the game is in development and show us something. CGI, a trailer, a clip. Confirmation, I think, is what we're looking for. I want to see what the guys at Sony Bend are working on, what their live service gameplay demo looks like. They came out recently and said it's all on track. We're cooking well. So let's have a look at what they're cooking over at Sony Bend. We want to reveal what Santa Monica Studio is working on, what their supposedly sci-fi game looks like. So let's get a look at that. The Silent Hill 2 remake gameplay demo, I want to see that at the show. Let's reveal what Team Acerbi are currently working on. We know it's some kind of an Astrobot follow-up, right, to Astro's Playroom. So let's see what that game looks like. But again, a revealing confirmation. Some gameplay would be nice. Housemarque's next game, what does that look like? Let's have a look at a gameplay reveal. If it's not gameplay, then there might be too early in development, right? So if it's not gameplay, then maybe we can get a game name, a logo, or a CGI of some kind. But just some, again, confirmation of what are they working on. Same with Bluepoint Games. What's NS projects? Let's get confirmation, CGI reveal, or a trailer. And if we get a handful of announcements from second and third party studios and partners, that will be very much welcome too. But let's get a real dive into the first party studios. What are they working on? Let's get some announcements. Let's get confirmation. Let's get trailers. Let's get people excited. And then towards the end of the show, give us the PS5 Pro console reveal, perhaps with a tech demo, enhancements of some of the games that we've already seen, like Horizon, The Last of Us 2. Let's play them on the PS5 Pro. Let's have it shown with a tech demo of the enhancement. What is the difference? What do we get to see? Console price and release date. Once we get the PS5 Pro release date and price, then we want to see an end with Ghost of Tsushima 2 being played on the PS5 Pro, actually being played on it, and we can clearly see the enhancements of the game. And it closes then with the release date of Ghost of Tsushima 2, which so happens to be on the same day as the PS5 Pro, and you get a PS5 Pro Ghost of Tsushima bundle deal. That would be amazing. Imagine that. That's my wacky, overly optimistic expectation of the Sony PlayStation Showcase. What are the odds we're going to get just a small state of play with third-party games? What do you reckon? I don't think it'll happen. After Rise of the Ronin and Stellar Blade, there are no real games for Sony. There's no roadmap for PlayStation games until 2025, and we don't know what's coming out then either. So we need to see what's happening over the coming months and years ahead. We need a roadmap so that gamers can get excited, and those that haven't invested in a PlayStation have a reason to go out and buy and invest in the ecosystem. Or maybe, just maybe, Hiroki Totoki, the current temporary interim CEO, is auditioning for the permanent position of PlayStation CEO. I mean, the ball is in his court, right? He has an opportunity to go out and make his mark. Provided he wants the role permanently, here's a wonderful opportunity for all the first party studios to go out and showcase what are they working on. You know, if you're quite far along in development, then maybe you've got a trailer, a gameplay trailer. If you're too early in development, then maybe you can showcase something else, some other kind of trailer that demonstrates what you're working on, just to get the fans excited. And you know what? I bet the devs and the internal studios just can't wait to talk about and showcase what they've been working on. Whatever the showcase looks like in May, if true, Sony certainly needs to go big. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below about a Sony showcase. What games would you hope to see at an event? And do you think we'll get a PlayStation showcase, or do you think it'll be something a lot smaller like a State of Play? Let me know your thoughts. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video of PlayStation news, rumours and leaks.